Good evening, John Augustine back again. Let's talk, and I hope we find you well. It's a lovely day. A bit cloudy at times, but warm. Yes, sort of warm. Um, so I was at Mass this morning, 11:30. The day is the Feast of Corpus Christi. Now, when I was young, and indeed up to my late 20s, churches were packed, and Corpus Christi was a great day. There was processions, a canopy, and people holding the canopy over the priest carrying the monstrance with the Blessed Sacrament. And thousands marched behind, and him singing and all the rest of it. And guards on duty to stop traffic as we went around the town singing hymns. Marvellous. Great devotion and respect. Nearly every Catholic was at the Corpus Christi procession. What happened today? A damn squib, if I may say so. There wasn't even a choir. And a priest that I know very well, Father Peter Gilson, a lovely priest, he said the Holy Mass. Was there any altar service as there was years ago? It can be older people can do this job. No, he was up there on his own. The sacristan helped him a bit because he's getting weak on the pins. And he said the Holy Mass and gave a good sermon. And then Father Mark Mohan had done said Mass in Moylach and the Blessing of the Graves, but he was back and was able to help then with giving out Holy Communion. Father Peter has to sit down. He's not able to do that now. But the lack of the great celebration of Corpus Christi, as I know it, not even a choir. To me, it was a very sad experience. And the practice of the Catholic faith, and with the neglect of the bishops, I'm afraid, and I think it's the same all over, not just here in the United States and in Europe. They're not speaking out, and they're not encouraging the sacrament, the Corpus Christi profession. Absolutely, it's so sad. And there was a Blessing of Graves last night, so the church was relatively empty. It wasn't as packed as it might normally be. But the choir they have is not the choir that we should have. Should be somebody playing the organ. There's a beautiful organ with pipes up there. And there should be adult singers, I think. They sound like children to me. And somebody playing uling pipes, which I find depressing. A sad reflection. The lack of altar service. Older folk can do it. The sacristan should be trained to do it wearing the soutane and surplice. As a matter of fact, he should always wear it and have this reverence. Sadly lacking. Yeah, and our sacristan was talking to people there when I was at Mass trying to say some prayers. I had to leave because I can't avoid this talking. No, it's not necessary. You're in the church. The body, blood, soul, and divinity of our divine Saviour in the tabernacle. I don't know. It's I don't ever remember that years ago. That type of thing, that type of behaviour. Talking was never permitted. Just it's a time for silence and saying your own prayers. And the sacrament of confession won't be promoted much more than it is. Yeah, so these are issues, and yeah, sure, wherever you are, there's room for improvement. I saw a Corpus Christi profession in some place, don't know whether it's in the United States or some other, but it was marvellous to see the humour and the singing. It might have been in Africa. Oh goodness, it's marvellous to hear the joy that they have. And these are just little items, and I had a good walk today in Virginia, and I went down to the local hotel. The riverfront is closed, and I inquired from a local shopkeeper as to why. And apparently, business wasn't good enough. But yet, any time I was in it, there were plenty of people dining. So it's very hard to know what the agenda of somebody that owns a hotel adopts that stupid attitude. Doesn't deserve to have a hotel if that's the racket. This is the quick weekend when you think the numbers going to open. Shouldn't have it. Perhaps have some other occupation. It's a sad reflection on this kind of business that we're in. Then some hotels have a lot of asylum seekers or all the rest of it. So we're in a very strange country at the moment. It's hardly recognisable. Of course, we had a very bad Taoiseach, in my opinion, Mr. Vardiker. He's gone, thanks be to God, but I think he was not a good influence. Yeah. So there we are, and we do the Blessed Mother, even a prayer to our Blessed Mother, but just Corpus Christi. I don't know what it was like where you were. I hope there was a procession. Oh, it's very sad. Yeah. Bye now.